Hello, and welcome home to my little alternative craft corner I like to call Cross Stitch in Cambria. My name is Joshua. I'm just an elder emo that loves music, loves cross stitch. I've been cross stitching for about 30 plus years, and I'm just out here trying to show that there's alternative cross stitch patterns now, and it's not what people think the basic idea of cross stitch is anymore. And I'm just out here to spread that word and try to get more men to cross stitch too. That's been my whole mission. This is Flosstube number 4. I got a lot to get into today, but luckily, prior to this, I dumped a bunch of videos and photos off of my phone because I was running out of space. I couldn't record anything over 34 minutes. So in my little box up there that I'm looking at, it doesn't tell me what my stop is at. So I know I like to keep these kind of short. I don't like to run on quite a bit. So we'll get right into this. Oh, by the way, I'm not wearing a hat. I don't know how we feel about that, but the wife said I was having a good hair day, so I thought I'd keep it down. So previous Flosstube, I did a cross stitch for Vanessa Warwick, that Ghoulbangers Ball, and then I went to the Ghost Show and I was going to give it to her. Sadly, I did not get to meet her. I was texting her on Instagram, and she ended up getting back to me the next day saying that Chicago wouldn't let them record there, so they did not do a Ghoulbangers Ball. If you go to YouTube and look it up, they did record, but they called it Vanessa's day off, so she wasn't technically recording in the venue. When we were up in this, I got there early and stood around, waited, never saw her, got into the venue, looked around, couldn't find her. She did finally come walking out, and she was wearing a White Sox jersey, and everyone was screaming, hooting, and hollering, but she was way at the bottom, and we were at the top, and there was no way I was going to be able to run down there and get back. And then after the show, which, by the way, Ghost, they were absolutely phenomenal. I had a really bad head cold that day. I almost didn't want to go, but I'm glad we went. I'm glad I stayed, because, you know, right when the first song played, they played Peacefield, and they had a kabuki curtain. So they had Papa on the two screens on the side, and then the curtain was in the middle. And during the opening scene, they just showed his face on the side screens. And then, like, when the song got, like, halfway through, the curtain dropped, and I had chills. I almost started crying. Because I love, you guys, as everybody knows, I love music. Like I said, I didn't want to go, but I'm so happy I did, because there was nowhere else I would rather have been than right there at that moment. So anyway, after the show, they kind of, you know, they hustle you out of the venue, and I tried, when we went down to the stairs, I tried to go back in, because sometimes she goes out and talks to the crowd after the shows, and a security guard told me, no, I needed to go out. I was going to completely ignore him and just keep going, but then my wife goes, he's telling us we need to go, and I kind of looked at her like, shh, I'm going to do this, but no luck, so I have it still. I'm going to hold on to it. Maybe she'll do another tour next time, and I'll try again to give it to her. So there's that. Got to get up to the county fair updates, which, as you guys can see, I got first on Summerween, and I got first on the medicine poison patterns. I was very happy that I got first on both of them. They will probably be displayed. I normally keep this one like just over here a little bit, but for video sake and purposes, I didn't want to hold them up and back and forth. So Summerween's actually going to come down because we are in September. It is time for spooky things, which is why I have my Silent Hill soundtrack 3 up, because if you guys don't ever listen, if you've never played Silent Hill, fine, but listen to the soundtrack. Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4 are absolutely amazing. It's instrumental. There are some actual songs in there. Highly recommend for Halloween time. Speaking of shows, after the Ghost Show, we went and saw, me and my daughter, oldest daughter, we went and saw Coheed in Chicago. And it was Taking Back Sunday in Coheed. And I'll put a little video up here, eventually here, while I tell the story. We ended up getting at the rail. Taking Back Sunday came on. If you've never seen Taking Back Sunday live, they're Taking Back Sunday. The lead singer does it because he's passionate about it. He has some off nights. He's very entertaining, though. And I've told people that if they've never seen Taking Back Sunday live that the the nostalgia of the band outweighs their skill. I mean, the band plays well, but the lead singer, he's off key all the time. But it was still a really good time. The opener was called Foxy, and they were very good too. They're going to be on the Coheed cruise. Coheed came on. They were absolutely phenomenal. We were on the rail. I got a couple of videos, as you will see, of my daughter just rocking out. And then at the end of the show, she ended up getting, well, first off, Claudio, the lead singer, has a wife named Chandra, and they had a son together. His name is Atlas. He's a little bit younger than my oldest, so he's about 9 or 10. And he came out. He had like a whole handful of used drumsticks. And he walked out. And then I'm going like this, pointing to my daughter because she was right in front of me. And I'm not kidding. He made direct eye contact with her. And then pointed the drumstick at her and kind of just lobbed it. And she caught it. So she got another drumstick. And then she also got the set list, which, as you can see in the video too. So that was super cool, super awesome. We will be seeing Coheed again in 2 months on the cruise, which I'll talk about that in a little bit too. So now let's get into some finishes that I did from the last video. I know I showed this previously. I was just starting it, but I finally finished it. The Bite This logo. That was a fun time. The little light orange in there, I don't know if you can see it. Once I started putting that in, I was really kind of questioning myself if I should have done it, but I was just trusting the process, and I'm really happy with how that came up. This and the blah, I'm going to be taking to her bakery at the end of the month. We're going to Columbus, like I said in the previous video, and we're going to go see Sleep Token. So before we go to Cleveland, we're going to stop down at Columbus, stay the night there, and the next day go up into Cleveland. And then we're going to see Sleep Token. So that's just straight out. I mean, it's all, I gotta iron it, and I still gotta clean it. I spot clean all this stuff. Somebody asked me, do I wash my projects? I don't wash them. I mean, I know Black Ada, it can bleed. I've seen it before. But, I mean, I get those just little grimy lines right there. I mean, that's just from me holding it. So I would I'll rinse this part with water. I'll try to absolutely avoid this part. So I'll just rinse this all off with soapy water and let it air dry. And then I'll iron this whole thing and we'll get it framed. Which I got to go antiquing to go find a nice frame for that one. Next, we did that. So now I'm going to go in order of the finishes that I've done previously. And like I said in the previous video, I'm sticking with how I released them on Instagram. So that way I can visually see what I've talked about, what I haven't talked about. So, one moment. Today's liquid death is Cherry Obituary. Great stuff. Oh, this pattern, as we all know, I love unicorns. So we got this pretty thing. It says, "Bitch, I'm fabulous," on some beautiful, beautiful Ada. Some nice opal Ada. And this frame was just a white frame. Was it white or was it black? It was white. And then I just spray painted it. Did I spray paint this? What did I do? I did. I spray painted this white. So then I could just throw this glitter on here. And then while the spray paint was wet, I threw all that glitter on there. So this is, here we go, we can show this off. This is, the pattern is by Triple Crit Stitch, C-R-I-T-S-T-I-T-C-H. The fabric was a 16 count Nebula Opal by Witch Garden Crafts, which I've said before, she's usually my go-to. Beautiful, beautiful. This is also in my unicorn, which I forgot to bring over here. While we're on unicorn, stand by. And we're back. Since we were on the subject of unicorns, I showed this on my previous video, but it was just, I just finished it. I got it all framed up. If you want to see the actual photos, I mean, I might put one right here. The hardest thing for me to still do with all these platforms is, some of you may not follow me on Instagram. Check that out, Cross Stitch in Cambria. Post all my finishes there. But this gorgeous, let's get that glare away here. If I could tilt it, if I tilt it like that, it's almost like that frame was absolutely meant for this thing. We put the little rosary there to match his little cross that's right there. All this was found at an antique store. Get that light rain out of there. Yeah, that's my front window. This is a bubble glass, which I don't know if you can see it, but it comes out. So when I was doing photos with this, that was probably the hardest thing, was to not get that glare. I don't know if I posted it. I'll put it, maybe I'll put it right there. A picture of what was in the frame. Let me do this. It helps me with my, right here, right there. What was in there. I had to jerry rig the heck out of this thing to get the fabric to actually stay up into the curve of that glass. But my wife found this. I'm going to put this down because I'm tired of that glare. I had a frame already picked out for that I found antiquing. But then we went to look for some more props for the photo shoot. And she saw this, and it was hanging way up in the corner. I didn't see it, so full props to my wife. She found this. It was a $140 frame that they were selling for $40. And even when we checked out, the clerk went, I can't argue, that's what it says. So yeah, let's get back to more finishes. This one, this is Yuletide. This is from the Magic Cross Stitch book from Tuscan Cardinal. Beautiful book, a lot of witchy patterns in there. Actually, I'm going to share one more. Nothing too fancy. This is just black Ada 16 count. That's usually my go-to. Nice little arch frame to match with the arch there. And then while I'm on the subject of it, I'll put it right here. No, let's go right here. We'll go right here. This is Foxglove in the same book, Magical Cross Stitch by Tuscan Cardinal. I did, with the photos for this, I just got some antlers. And we got this, like, I forget what they're called, right out the front of my door here. It's like a red burning bush. But in the fall, the leaves, when they fall, they turn red. And they were just all laying on the ground. So I put the antlers, which I had to ask at work. At my job, there's a bunch of hunters. And I said, do you guys have any antlers? And he goes, yeah, I got a bucket full of antlers. So I had to saw them off of the skulls. And I just put them around the picture. And then I got some foxglove, fake foxglove, which is what the pattern is based off of, which is a poisonous plant. Because I'm not going to be able to get real foxglove. So that's the final result that we got. Next finish is going to be All Hail 310. As I've said before, I don't think I've talked about this one. Maybe, and I've shown it to a lot of people. I've talked about it in some of my interviews. I did this one twice. I'm getting all the fuzz off of it before I show it. I stitched it once. This came from the Witchy Stitcher black box that was exclusive to Peach Round members. There was only about 100 of them. I think I talked about it with this pattern. Because this came with it too. I stitched this one first. And I stitched it on like an oatmeal Ada, like a 14 count oatmeal. And I didn't use 310 floss. I used variegated black and blue that came with the box. So then in the Witchy Stitcher Discord, again, if I've told this story, I'm sorry, I don't remember. I went back through my videos and I didn't see it. The Witchy Stitcher Discord, which I'm part of, is someone was talking about how insane it would be to cross stitch that All Hail 310 on Black Ada. I literally woke up that morning, read that, got the stuff, and I did it. I stitched this in, excuse me, 3 days? Look at that. I just want, we're gonna really take that in. Beautiful. I got a little fuzz there. Okay. I brought this with me to the Summerween retreat, and people were asking who did this, who's crazy enough to do this, and it's me. I better do these crazy things like this before my eyes can't do it anymore. The frame here, it's a very odd shape when you finish it. It doesn't really fit in a square. It doesn't fit in a 5x7. In an 8x10, it looks off. So I told the wife, I said, do you possibly have something? And she pulled this out from downstairs in the basement. This was a mirror. So I took the mirror out, put that in there, and it's being held together on hopes, dreams, and wishes. You're going to see the back. It's literally being held there by push pins, paper clips, clamps. It's being held in there. And it was originally gold. You can't really tell. I mean, this is plastic. This was gold. And then I painted it black because it just needed to be black with all the black. This was the very first time I was ever messaged by the Witchy Stitcher that she wanted to use this for promotional purposes. This was my very first published photos and a stitch, which means an absolute lot to me. I don't know if I've talked about it. I have a photography Instagram. I've had it for a couple years. Didn't really go anywhere. So I've got a photography background. So for me to be able to get my photos published, it was super, super awesome. I'm so proud of this that she used them. If you go to her website, Witchy Stitcher, this is what you get when you print it out, and this is what you see on her page. My whole finish. I'm so proud of this that on this hand, I'm going to, it'll be like this. I'm going to get let me put this down. I'm trying to find an artist. I'm going to get 310 right here, and I'm going to get a Gothic cathedral going up into this, and then I want it to go down into my hands, because this is the hand that stitched it. This is the hand that takes the photos, so I want to be able to see something on me that says it's cross-stitch related on my hand, because my hands are what's doing all this stuff. Just a reminder that, I felt like I've made it. I made it. I got published. So, there's that. So those are all my finishes. Let's move stuff around here. Let's go to my WIPS. I've got some WIPS I'm working on. Excuse me. First off, this, you can't really see it, but like right over here, I have a big sign that says, "Wouldst thou live deliciously?" I love the movie, The Witch. I love that director, anything he makes. So, when the Stitch Crypt released this, I think I showed it previously. Maybe I didn't. Live Deliciously by the Stitch Crypt. And I ended up getting this. It's not going to show. At my local cross-stitch shop. Or needle shop. So that's pretty cool. This is what I've gotten done so far. This is, you can kind of see it's his little, what do we got? It's the little, that'll be the nose, and you got the ears right there. And the Stitch Crypt also had a, get me out of here, let's focus, had a pin that goes with it, so I had to get that to go with the project. This is 14 count espresso. I apologize, I've never said this. This is the first time I've ever used this type of fabric. It is a witchlet. W-I-C-H-E-L-T. Witchlet. I usually use Ada. But this is what she used in that photo. So I had to get it. I needed it to match. Again, not my preference. Not my preference being 14 count. So I thicken up my thread. Anytime it's 14 count, I use 3 strands instead of the 2. That's why I like 16 so much, so I can just use the 2. So I got that. And then I'm also working on, I'm all over the place with these works. I'm working on these 4s. I mean, you can see it. It's my pattern. I made it. This is I know it's confusing. We're not going to get into the lore. This is the 3rd Coheed and Cambria album. But yes, it's a 4. Which, I think I have it right here. Stand by. Da, 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 da. Hold music. Da, 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 da. Yeah, here it is. We got Coheed and Cambria, Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4, Volume 1, From Fear Through the Eyes of Madness. Yes, that is the name of the album. Yeah. So, which that right there is that right there. So, let me put this back. So I'm working on doing a bunch of these 4s. As you can see, I have done quite a few of them. I'm going to be handing these out for free on the cruise. So, I'm not really promoting this, except on here. I'm not going to put this on my Instagram. I'm going to hand these out there. I'm not going to just have them. They have a gift exchange, kind of like what people do at concerts, like Taylor Swift concerts. They have the little friendship bracelets, stuff like that. Coheed has a gift exchange, kind of just a communal thing where everybody exchanges things. I guess I can talk about it now. Witchy Stitcher the Meg is going to, I guess, she called it her. She's going to be my spooky sponsor. I'm going to get some stickers and stuff like that to bring with me, and I'm going to hand those out at the cruise as well. Those I will just hand out willingly. These you have to either know me personally, know that I have these, and you're on the cruise. Because we all know these take a long time. So I've been pumping through these. I'm just trying to make as many as I can. I kind of learned my mistake, and I started going smaller. I mean, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of a difference there. Is that? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Yeah. I went a little bit smaller. And this is 14 count. Once I run out of my 14s, I'm going to get 18 count, and I'm just trying to get them as small as I can so I can get more done on a piece of fabric. Because right now, I'm just cutting this fabric. This is a bad example, but I'm cutting, it's like this long, and I'm just cutting them in 2s. So, I got where are we at? We're in September, October, November. Yeah, I got 2 months to pump these things out. And I hope people like them, you know. This stuff takes time. So there's that. The cruises, those are my WIPS. I'm doing a commission right now, too, as well, for a friend. It's in the other room. I don't think I brought it, but you'll see that once I start making that into a WIP. So that is what I have been working on. That is what I have finished. Now we're going to get into this. This is the Folio of Fantastic Fungi by Amanda DeLong, also known as Bad Stitch. She makes some amazing patterns. Excuse me. I've done one prior to her, to this. She did a, I don't think I've shared it yet. You'll see it in a future video. It's a Lily of the Valley, but it's skulls. Maybe I did do that. I think I did talk about it. Anywho, I love her work. So this is 13 patterns. It's 28 pages. It is $24. And I'll tell people all the time, for what are we at? 24 bucks for 13 patterns. Everything in here is worth it. And I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites. And then, it's a well-made book. Pictures are very nice. I mean, as a photographer, I'm looking at these and going, chef's kiss. It's well put together. It's got good paper. So, it's like my hardest part here is we're going to get to this later. But I don't want to show the patterns. The very first one is Death Cap for Cutie. That sold me right there. As we know, I'm cross-stitching Cambria. I love play-ons with bands. So I open up this book and it says Death Cap for Cutie. You know, this might actually be best here I'll put a picture of it right here. So I'm not constantly having to try to cover this up. So that is one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is this 90s nostalgia, which, as we know, that tarot card with the Lisa Franks, anything Lisa Frank, I just think that's super cool. Very, very well put together pattern. I love that we got the little cheetah print. Super cool. Another one of my favorites, this little swinging frog. That is cute. I do enjoy that. I'm not normally a cutesy little pattern maker, unless it's got curse words in it. But I actually do. I'm going to do the ones I'm showing you guys. I'm probably going to do. This one will actually be a gift for my sister-in-law. She absolutely loves Alice in Wonderland. So right when I opened this up and saw it, I kind of gasped and went, "Oh, I have to do this one." And the one thing I really like about Amanda or Bad Stitch's theme, I mean, a lot of pattern makers have a I don't know how to explain it, a vibe. She always puts rainbows in her patterns somehow, and this one's really showing it off, just like the little rainbow in the smoke and coming out of the hookah. I enjoy that. The celestial mushroom here. This is on a whole separate page, so I can do this. Ta-da! Beautiful. And this one, I can show this one. This is on a separate page. Try not to bend the book. Skulls. Who doesn't love skulls, right? Skulls and mushrooms. And those are my favorites. Oh, and this one. What are we on? We're on this side. This 70s retro. It reminds me of those old, like, what do they call them? Chevy Astro vans with those browns, or like the station wagons. Love those colors. So I highly recommend checking this out. I will put a link to it in the description below. For the price of what this thing is, absolutely worth it. It's a nice, good, high quality paper, so it's going to take a little bit of abuse from you using it to stitch. You know, opening, closing, opening, opening, and closing. Highly check it out, or highly recommend checking it out. So there's that. What are we at here? 27 minutes. This is a... Wait, am I getting back to this? No. Did she write it? No. Okay. One thing that when this got sent to me, I just want to make a mention that Amanda did write me a little note saying that this is going to be a good segue into what I'm going to talk about next. Did she say this or did I say that? She did say something. She said, I don't want to quote it. I'd have to go get it, which, hold on, maybe I will. We're back. I didn't want to, I just finger gunned. I'm so sorry. I do it to my daughter all the time. She'll sit on the couch and I'll just be walking by and I quickly just go as I'm walking by and she does it right back. So we try to go back and forth of who can out the other person. So I'll do it through my legs, behind my back. Anyway, we got on a tangent there. There was one little thing that she said inside this card, which if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you so much. She said that, anywho, you're awesome and redefining our craft. That means an absolute world to me to come from a designer. I said to her the other day that, you know, she was a designer that, you know, when I just started my cross-stitch Instagram, I was liking her. I followed her for a while. Liked a bunch of her stuff, and then for her, one day I just woke up and she followed me, and anytime a pattern maker follows me, I lose my absolute mind. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, quick, short, I'm almost at 29,000 followers. I don't know how I did it. I made one viral video, and even, I'm just a dude. Look at me. I'm a nobody. I'm a 39, almost 40, 39? I'll be 39. No, I'll be 40 this year. Jesus Christ. Almost a 40-year-old dude that just likes to cross stitch. And for me to be inspiring people and making this craft fun and like my mission alternative, that means the world to me, and especially coming from a pattern designer. Thank you. So that's a segue to what I was sent from Amanda. I'm sorry. Apologies. Amber. Rogue Mama Stitcher. I'm going to tag her in this. I'm going to tag her on my Instagram. She started doing... We met because she was doing the nostalgic tarot card pattern, which if anyone's doing it, tag me, Cross Stitch in Cambria. I want to see your work on it. I like seeing that project in any shape and form. Even if you're doing the individual cards, or if you're doing the entire thing, like I'm doing. She's doing it as well. So I started following that journey on her. And that's how I met her, on the internet, or on Flosstube, and then Instagram. Started watching her Flosstubes, following all that. She was tagging me in all the videos. And we've chatted here and there. And then she sent me a DM on Instagram. Backstory, how did that happen? Oh, I got a bunch of floss that was given to me, like a giant garbage bag. It was a while ago. I sent some to her, and I gave her my email so that she could pay me through PayPal. I said, you guys pay for the floss, you pay for the shipping, I'll just ship it to you. I don't want any money. So then she had my email. And then randomly I got an email that she sent me a cross-stitch pattern. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. That was very nice. And it's a lawn dog, so it's going to keep me busy. So then I DM'd her and I said, thank you. And she said, you're also going to get some stitching goodies coming from me. And I honestly wish I would have recorded my initial reaction to these, because I was grinning from ear to ear. The fact that I've inspired, I'll read her note too. I did ask for permission. She said I can share all the goodies and I can share the note. I won't read it word for word, but the parts that mean a lot to me. I'm just out here doing what I love. I've said this before. And as she said in this card, I'll just read the end here real quick. Thank you for inspiring and staying inspired. Your mood is contagious. And she nailed it. That is what's happening. There are days that I get in a slump and I don't want to stitch anymore. But then when you guys watching, anyone else, Instagram, you message me, direct message me, or in the comments, say that I am inspiring you, or that you haven't cross-stitched in 15 years, 15, 10, 25 years. And because of my projects, my WIPS, me going out here just doing what I'm doing, because it's my passion, and that I'm inspiring you to pick the craft back up, that in return inspires me. And I just keep going. We all get it. I get in slumps. But it's just knowing that that's what I set out to do. That was the whole reason I made my Instagram. It was something I hid for the longest time, because, you know, I'm a male. I'm not supposed to cross-stitch. It's supposed to be a female hobby. It's a granny hobby, which seems to be my success, is that I don't care. I've hit the age, I'm almost 40. Like I said, I don't care what people think about me. I'm going to do what I love, even if it is cross-stitching, and I'm going to show the world cross-stitch patterns are freaking cool now. So I just want to quickly go through, that's my little rant, my little passion. The little gifts that she sent me, because it made me really happy. She sent me a little voodoo doll, and she nailed my personality perfectly with all this stuff too. A little voodoo doll. And then I got a little bag here with some nice, I can't really hold these up in my hand, some beautiful little gems. And this is freaking awesome. This is a nice little, this is the hardest part of these dumb things, a nice little needle minder. And I got her card, which you guys please check her out if you haven't already. Here's this for you. I don't know if that'll help you guys too. Check out our Instagram. And then she sent me some stickers, which let me separate them here. Oh, my daughter took one. There was what was it? Was it a chicken? I think it was a chicken. But I got these I gave one to my daughter. This damn, there we go. He's got a knife. Another knife. This one's my favorite because we have two guinea pigs. It's a little guinea pig with a knife, and it's like the double the size of him. And then she sent me these more stickers. Now these are I love coffee, so this one I really enjoy, and a zombie kitty. These ones just these really made me happy that she picked these out. Like, I'm getting giddy again. It's Junior Mint. Like, he's right there. He's right there with his new family members, the La Boo-Boos. So she's totally sent me a Junior Mint. And she knew I absolutely love dragons. and this one, which we just talked about, how much. Here we go. This is like the best one. I want to show it off. Unicorn! So there's that, and then she sent me this variegated floss, which is beautiful, which I'm probably going to get more of this because I might do the lawn dog in this, just one variegated color. It is called, come on, Slasher, it's not focusing, this light ring, there we go, Slasher Surprise. And the absolute best, I gasped when I saw this. I assumed that you remembered that I love linen now, so it's something I'm going to start doing a little bit more. This is a 36 count linen, which I'm still learning the linen counts. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, 36 count is the equivalent to a 20 count Ada? Because if that's so, I mean, I looked at this and went, damn. But linen is beautiful. This is, yeah, I think I said, this is called Boneyard. So, look at that fabric. So, she recommended that I do something like a solid color on this. My question to all of you, I'm going to thumb through Witchy Stitcher's book to see what, I mean, this is big enough fabric that I could do a couple projects. What do you guys think? Put in the comments, what would you recommend I stitch on this? Like I said, or she said, and I kind of agree, to let it be like a one color thing, because I mean, you're gonna lose the pattern in this if you do too many colors. So, Amber, thank you so much. I did get a little tear-eyed when I opened this up. I was home alone when I did it. I think I'm going to learn my lesson that if I get something sent to me, I'm going to record myself doing it so you get my initial reaction. It's kind of hard for me to replay how I acted, but I kept going, oh, she knows me so well, and it's just from me being me on the internet, Instagram, YouTube. So that's all that, and we're going to talk about one more thing, and we're going to get out of here. The Cross Stitch Society have announced their 2026 Witchy Stitcher sponsored retreat, and it is called Children of the Thread. It is going to be in Colorado. I might butcher this. Estates Park, ESTES. I literally just paid my invoice, so I will be going. If any of you would like to join, come see me, come hang out with me, come talk to me, come see an awesome retreat. I had such a good time on the first one. I'm doing it again, and I'm literally going, I'm in the Chicago area. That is a long way for me to go, but I had such a great time. She did such a good job. I was with my people. I said that previously in my 2.5 video of me highlighting the whole thing. If you guys can go, go. The price is $210. That is the registration fee, so that you get your goodie bag, which was with the shirt. Like I said, go back and watch my Flosstube 2.5. I recorded a video every single day of the retreat or the morning of me talking about the whole thing. And I went through the goodie bag, so you'll kind of get an idea of what there's going to be. And that's where this came from. That pattern came from the Summer Wing Retreat. So no disappointments. The dates are going to be April 23rd through the 25th of 2026. So my plan is I'm going to fly out April 22nd and then stay a day, enjoy Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. Stitch the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and then I will be flying out the 26th back home. Another big thing, this is going to be a Stephen King themed retreat because in Estates Park is the Stanley Hotel, which is where Stephen King stayed the night in, I believe, room 217. He stayed the night there, and he had such horrible nightmares that was the inspiration for him to write The Shining. So they're going to have tours of the hotel, which I will be going on that as well. That is, I believe, $30. And another perk benefit of what this is, I will be flying. I drove to the Michigan one, but for me to drive from Chicago to Estates Park, Colorado, it's a 16-hour drive. I'm not doing that. So, if you fly in, there is a shuttle that will take you from Denver Airport to Estates Park. I believe it's an hour and 20 minutes. Don't quote me, but I think it was $65 one way, $135 for both ways. So the selling point for me is that I literally just need somebody to take me to the shuttle to my town, which is about 10 minutes away. And that will take me to my O'Hare Airport, and then that will fly me out to Denver, and then I will get from Denver off the airport into the shuttle to the hotel. I don't have to drive. And then I believe there might be a shuttle to the Stanley Hotel because it's super close too. So I don't have to drive. I just gotta chill and stitch. I will put a link in the description for where you can sign up to go to this. I believe she did say there are 70 spots, and I think I was maybe the 11th. I'm just gonna say I was the 13th because 13 is my favorite number. My birthday is on the 13th of November, so we're coming up on that. It's when I get to be 40. That is it for now. I did my whole spiel. If you guys, I don't have any questions this time. If you have any questions, or like I said, tell me what you guys think I should stitch on this boneyard fabric, because I want to do something on it. And until then, I do have something. I have big news coming up. I will post some teasers. For those of you who watched my previous Flosstube, Flosstube 3, I said something, I made a mention about at the end of the video something I was going to start up. I'm getting very close to starting that up. Keep an eye on my Instagram. Keep an eye on my YouTube shorts. I'm going to drop some teasers soon, so you guys can look forward to that. All right. Well, until next time, you guys enjoy yourselves, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.